So the ideal is that I can put everyone's name on the slide in the room, right? Lots of other people. But we're just not going to get through it in the time. So instead I can put anyone's names in, and I'd encourage you to go to talks. There's lots of talks by people here that have done the work. Go and listen to them. Go and see who did it with them. And so we're going to go for a death by bullets, and we're just going to have lots of them. So this is work we've done in the last year. And some of it will be meaningless to you. Hopefully some of it is more meaningful. So our whole Office suite is built on a very old toolkit called VCL. And in this year, we've just done some amazing work with it. We've finally finished switching our whole user interface to new XML layout stuff, and got just a much cleaner, a better look. If you're a translator, perhaps you remember the bad old days of checking every dialogue to make sure the strings didn't overlap and the buttons weren't sitting on top of strings. You don't need to do that anymore. The main loop has been rewritten from being this clunky, awful thing to being something relatively sensible. We're starting to use modern hardware for rendering. The OpenGL cross-platform API is amazingly useful, and we're really starting to do that. We've fixed a whole lot of stupid stuff in the life cycle, and we're finally working on modern Linux desktops. In fact, beyond the bleeding edge, we're working. So that's great. Code quality. We've inherited 5 years ago this huge code base of, I think that our friends at Microsoft call it a deep, legacy-rich code base. And I think our code base is getting less legacy-rich. It's starting to be modern and beautiful. We moved to C++ 11, and there's some great big wins there. We've got coverity issues to 0, so some fantastic work there, led by Red Hat. Just get this to 0, right? So it is, as far as we can tell, there are no coverity issues, approximately none. Crash testing, we're systematically checking that it's working well, and doing that regularly, on new hardware. Loads of extra unit tests, just this year, 1,500 extra commits, improving and adding unit tests so we can be more and more sure the quality is improving. Jenkins, whole massive infrastructure set up to make sure that every commit that goes in is passing all of the tests and is compiling all the platforms to accelerate the pace of what we're doing. Bisect, allowing us to find what commit caused a regression, moving broader out of Linux into Windows and Mac. New platforms, Windows 64, some great work taking that to Windows 64 platform, high DPI so that you can see your UI on the Mac without a magnifying glass, so you don't have to ship the special lens with it. So beautiful, beautiful UIs there. Sandboxing the Mac build so that we can actually just deploy these without so much security warning problems. Performance improvements all across the board, loading documents, saving them, mail merging, loading images, spreadsheet calculation, chart rendering, indexing of documents when LibreOffice is used to do that in big document systems. Interoperability, so there's just some fantastic work in Calc here, improving one of the last gaps. This table structured thing, one of the last big holes, new formulae, constantly keeping up with where we need to be. Interoperating with SharePoint. Again, this is all in the last year, right? So SharePoint 2010 to 13, OneDrive connectors, loads more interoperability work. It's lots of little bits, hard to draw together. Document liberation, another awesome project, starting to deliver some real cool stuff. If you're a recovering Mac user, and you've discovered software freedom and you've moved to Linux or something, you want to rescue your data, So these are the modern holes in the ground today. Proprietary formats are a disaster area, but people keep creating them. And this creates a problem for the future. And luckily, document liberation is proactively rescuing your data. So it's not just the Claris drawer or the Mac draft from years ago you can get your files from, but also the latest disaster areas of the future are being fixed in advance. We're pre-mending the brokenness, which is good. Adobe PageMaker, just some great work going on there, and improving lots of the existing filters for like Microsoft Works. Just getting better data out of this stuff. Publisher, and just some exciting things there. LibreOffice Kit. So we've also done a huge amount of work to make LibreOffice reusable. So you can wrench the heart out of it and put it somewhere else. On your mobile phone, just a huge amount of work there.